Hello everyone, welcome to Newton's Petra Extramural Academy channel. This channel is created to assist the elementary and secondary school students in learning various concepts in basic mathematics, physics and other science related subjects. So in today's video, we are going to be explaining in details the concept of algebra. This is to assist and expose the learner to the basic foundation of algebra as a branch of mathematics. So if you have not subscribed to our YouTube channel, kindly subscribe, like, comment and share. Also, don't forget to press the notification button to see every new video we are going to be dropping on this channel. So let's get started. Basic introduction to algebra. Our instructional resources include YouTube, Google textbook and smartboard. So we're going to be adopting the following vocabularies: algebra, branch, equation, variable, operation and application. We are going to adopt explanatory, discussion and demonstration method. The pupils are familiar with algebra in their daily activities. So at the end of the lesson, our learners should be able to explain algebra as one of the branches of mathematics, define algebra, list and explain the branches of algebra, identify and state some example of algebra, enumerate the application of algebra in daily activities. So what is algebra? Algebra is a branch of mathematics that deals with the use of symbols and rules for manipulating mathematical symbols. Algebra also helps to represent real-life problems or situations in form of mathematical expressions. Various arithmetical statements and operations such as equations, terms, expressions draws a relationship between objects which are not constant and do change over time. These objects in basic algebra are known as variables. The basic operations or signs that are often used in algebra include multiplication, division, subtraction, and addition. All these operations are used to form a meaningful mathematical expressions in algebra. Other signs and symbols that are also frequently used in algebra are equal to sign, not equal to, greater than, less than, greater than or equal to, less than or equal to. So branches of algebra. Algebra is divided into different sub-branches such as elementary algebra, advanced algebra, abstract algebra, linear algebra, and commutative algebra. Elementary algebra. Elementary algebra builds on and extend arithmetics by introducing letters called variables to represent general numbers. This is very useful for several reasons. So the concepts coming under elementary algebra include variable, evaluating expression, equations, properties of equality, inequality, algebraic equation, linear equation having one or two variables. So this expression shows an example of the elementary algebra, and this expression is quadratic equation expression. Advanced algebra. This is the intermediate level of algebra. This algebra has a higher level of equations to solve as compared to the elementary algebra. Advanced algebra will help you to go through the other parts of algebra such as equations with inequalities, matrices, solving system of linear equation, graphing of functions and linear equation, conic sections, polynomial equation, quadratic functions with inequalities, polynomial and expression with radical, sequences and series, rational expressions, trigonometry, discrete mathematics and probability. All these are found under advanced algebra. So this expressions is an expression of advanced algebra. Abstract algebra. Abstract algebra deals with truth related to algebraic application independent of its specific nature. The components included in this branch of algebra are sets, binary operations, identity element, inverse element, associative. All these are found under abstract algebra. And this expression shows an abstract algebra questions which involve sets and matrices. Commutative algebra. This is a branch of algebra that deals with commutative ring, including algebraic integer ring, polynomial ring, etc. It can also be said to be a branch of abstract algebra. It is included in a study on ring theory, Banach's algebra, which is named after a mathematician, representation theory, and so on and so forth. This expression shows a commutative ring expression which include abelian group, associativity, etc., etc. Linear algebra. This is a branch of mathematics that deals with linear equations and their representations through vectors and matrices. Linear algebra forms a fundamental aspect in every sector of mathematics. The topic included in this branch of algebra are as follows: Introduction to linear algebra, linear equations, relations and computations, vector spaces, matrices, matrix decomposition. So this expression shows linear algebra expression which include eigenvalues, determinant, matrix, vectors, etc., etc. So we have a chart here that shows all the branches of algebra, which include elementary algebra, advanced algebra, linear algebra, abstract algebra, commutative algebra, and with their branches. Applications of algebra. Beyond algebraic equation and algebraic expression, solving for an unknown variable is much more accessible way to think about how algebra actually functions in our everyday lives. In my experience, the best way to help overcome resistance from kids who are struggling with basic mathematics, or specifically with algebra, is to provide a real-world example of how algebra can assist them in their daily activities. So I've heard so many learners claiming that because their career path does not require advanced mathematics, therefore there is no need for them to complete the part of algebra in their higher education. While I understand the concern, the reality is that we all need to solve for unknown variables across our daily lives, such as gas price and gasoline usage require algebraic knowledge. Budgeting and managing finances require the algebra knowledge. Managing time and scheduling daily activities, applying for loan and credit card, taxes, computer science, professional sport analysis, grocery bills, cooking, logical and analytical thinking, calculating traveling and departure time, playing video games, and age. To calculate all this, you need algebra knowledge. So, in summary, we discussed that algebra is a branch of mathematics that deals with the use of symbols and rules for manipulating mathematical symbols. And we also explained that algebra helps us to represent real-life problems or situations in form of mathematical expressions. We have basic operations and signs that we often use in algebra, and this includes multiplication, division, subtraction, and addition. All these operations I listed, they are very useful in solving mathematical expression in algebra. We also have so many symbols that are needed to solve a problem on algebra. Some of these symbols that are also needed are equality sign, not equal to, greater than, less than or equal to, greater than or equal to. There are also signs that are needed. Basically, we have 5 branches of algebra, and these are elementary algebra, advanced algebra, abstract algebra, linear algebra, and commutative algebra. So we also talk about the expressions of all these algebra listed. So we only adopt part of it, not all of the expressions. So we also talk about the applications of algebra. Applications of algebra. We need algebra in our daily activities, such as our age. To calculate age of mother and a son, you need algebra to do this. To know the amount of food you want to cook, you need the knowledge of algebra. To know and manage time, you need the knowledge of algebra. To budget and manage your finances, you need the knowledge of what? Of algebra. So these are the real life application of algebra. So in our next class, we are going to continue on algebra. But before then, you take this evaluation, you tell us what is algebra, you list the branches of algebra, state example of algebra, and state the life application of algebra. So see you in our next class. Thank you.